DZMJ. Right now, we are here on the awarding of the Outstanding Filipino or the TOFIL 2018. This is hosted by JC's International or the Junior. The Outstanding Filipino TOFIL Award was conceived by the JCI Senate Philippines in 1988 to institutionalize public recognition of Filipino men and women 41 years of age and over, whose exemplary achievements have contributed to public welfare and community building worth of emulation. For 3 decades now, almost 100 outstanding Filipino men and women had been recognized for how they positively transform community. These men and women, with their advocacies and program, are not only serving as key drivers of positive change in our country today, but has also become inspiration to a lot of Filipino people, especially the young generation. With the theme, Leaving a Legacy for a Better Philippines, the 2018 TOFIL Award focuses on legacies their outstanding men and women have created to make a better Philippines. This humanize our JCI values that service to humanity and its best worth of life. The two-step selection process was headed by Christine Ponce Garcia, 2014 National President of JCI Philippines, as the chair of the screening committee, and Justice Jose Bedil as the chair of Board of Judges. Other members of the Board of Judges include former Deputy Cabinet Secretary Gloria Duamil Mercado, Mr. Bienvenido Doni Tantoco III, Mr. Cecilio Pedro, and Mr. Apollo Enriquez, the National President of JCI Senate Philippines. This outstanding Filipino and their inspiration story of integrity, greater sense of purpose, service to humanity, and professionalism excellence are what we are shared to everyone. We are adding for this year to this roster of outstanding Filipino who represent humanitarian service, entrepreneurship, MSME, public governance, and environment conservation, say Mr. Christopher M. Camba, the National Chairman of TOFIL 2018. With us is the National Chairman of TOFIL or the Outstanding Filipino Award TOFIL 2018 with JCI Senate Philippines, JCI Senator Christopher M. Camba. Yes, good day.
Hello, good evening.
I guess, sir, very inspiring. Paano po ba yung awarding? Paano po yung pagsiselect nyo for this award?
So every year, no, since 1988, so JCI Senate Philippines, we organize this award. We open it to the public, the nomination. So the public are they nominate kung sino yung 41 years old and above na deserving, outstanding Filipinos have created legacies or have created impact to their respective communities of the country. And then from then, we select a group of screening committee members from the organization to shortlist the finalists. And then they will go through the final rounds of judging with distinguished members of the Board of Judges. Like this year, we have former Justice Jose Vito is the chairman, Mr. Donnie Tantoco of Rustans, Mr. Cecilio Pedro of Lamoya, yes, former Deputy Cabinet Secretary Gloria Mercado, and of course our National President, JCI Senator Apollo Enriquez. The five man, sila po yung pumili. And then, ito na for the award.
For this year, TOFIL 2018, ilan po yung, before na magkaroon ng final, ilan po yung mga nominee, yung mga entries?
Yeah, usually, ranges from 30 to 50. No?
All over the country.
All over the country, no? All over the country, no? For this year, we carefully select kasi we're looking for legacies talaga. So, hindi lang siya yung may na-accomplish ka na, you get nominated. We're careful. So, there were 19 talaga were listed who created yung legacy na talagang life.
Yung talagang yung grassroots, yung impact talaga
Yes,
niya.
Then from them na 19, 4 will
So,
yung
ngayon-
i-award tonight.
So ngayon po, yung mga core na a-awardin natin is a different field. Ano po yung mga field?
Yes, we have one. So we have Presidential Advisor, Secretary Joey Concepcion of Go Negosyo. So he represents entrepreneurship, particularly MSMEs. So we consider him as the champion of the Filipino MSMEs. And then we also have Father Ben Beltran. He dedicated his life to
Si Smoky
uplifting
Mountain.
the Smoky Mountain for 30 years. So we call him the father of Smoky Mountain. And then we also have from CDO naman, from Mindanao is represented. From Cagayan de Oro, Miss Hailey Ann Roa Kiawit. Siya naman is our environmentalist, so for environmental conservation. And then lastly, we have from Public Service and Government, si Congressman Raul Del Mar naman from Cebu. So Visayas, Mindanao, and Luzon well represented this year.
Lastly po, your message para dun sa mga inspiring na next year po na pwede mag-participate for that TOFIL award.
So we're asking everyone to continue searching outstanding Filipinos 41 years old and above. Next year, in January or sometime February, the nomination for 2019 will be opened again. So you still have, we'd like to encourage everyone to keep on nominating and recognizing for us to share their outstanding and inspiring stories for the rest.
Saan po nila malalaman kung open na yung nomination
Yes.
nito?
So you can check out our Facebook. That's TOFIL, the Outstanding Filipino Awards. That's the official page of TOFIL. And also jcisenatphilippines.org. So you can download the nomination form doon. And then also, just wait kung kailan nila i-open yung next year.
Lastly po, na nakalimutan ko tanong, ano po yung recognition, yung award pag ng mga nanalo ngayong TOFIL 2018?
Yeah, so it's actually the prestige of the recognition of the group, no? We're giving them also a bueva. A bueva is also class TOFIL award, a bueva trophy. It's a symbol of
National
excellence,
artist.
artist, yes. So, and a TOFIL medallion as well.
Thank you po.
Thank you also.
Father Benigno P. Beltran, who is notable humanitarian in the community of Smoky Mountain. He dedicated 30 years of his life in service to transform and empower more than 25,000 constituents in Smoky Mountain. As an advocate for the member of the community in Smoky Mountain, his strong lobbyists also resulting to the closure of its dam site, which led to the transformation of the dam site area to a medium-rise housing area for 5,000 scavengers family. Congressman Raul Del Mar is Cebu City, who is currently the first district representative of Cebu City, translate his vision with he started public service over 24 years ago for a future-ready Cebu through legislation that focus on appropriate infrastructures like the creation of Mactan Cebu Airport, MCIA, and the Cebu Port Authority, CPA, which became model of port management by other cities at present. Through all this effort, Cebu became a regional hub of several global companies and a key access point to flourishing tourism industry in the Visayas and Mindanao. Hilly Ann Maria Fernandez Roa Kioit, who is known in her community as the mother of giant clams, returned to Cagayan de Oro after graduating magna cum laude for her doctorate in natural science at the University of Bremen, Germany, to help us discover the potential of our natural resources. Upon his return, she has worked on uniting coastal town in CDO to address the rapid degradation of Makalajar Bay. This eventually led to the forming of the Makalajar Bay Development Alliance, consisting of 12 towns, introduced by Bay-wide integration, coastal management, and unified fisheries code, and resolve causes of major coral demise. And Jose Salvador Concepcion III, or Joey Concepcion, who is known the champion of Filipino MSME, is behind the success of micro, small, and medium enterprises MSME development in the Philippine and Asian region. He founded Go Negosyo in 2006, which vision of creating a movement that would advocate for a positive and enterprising attitude among Filipino, a mindset that would inspire them to uplift themselves in an entrepreneurial aspect.
For this award, the judges, thank you. You know, awards like this basically just draws more inspiration, and sort of gives us the conviction that we are on the right track on things that we do. 14 years ago, I started the advocacy for Go Negosyo because basically 99.6% of our business community are micro and small entrepreneurs. Cecilia Pedro here is one of our trustees who's been with us for quite some time. When Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, then president, appointed me as her advisor also on entrepreneurship, I felt the need to really push the brand and really helping our small entrepreneurs. Today, I was asked again by President Duterte to be part of his government, but I said, let me perform the same role I did during PGMA's time as an advisor. And really, if we don't alleviate the people at the bottom of the pyramid, this country is not going to get anywhere. We have to bring prosperity for all Filipinos and not just a few. 0.4% of large businesses, basically, of which my own company is part of, control this country. It's about time that we change that landscape and give hope to many of these Filipino people out there, many entrepreneurs who are struggling, to give them a better life. And through the power of mentorship, which Cecilio and many others, entrepreneurs from large corporations, have joined the bandwagon and come together to help mentor thousands of entrepreneurs. Secretary Juan Lopez, who used to work with me for the last 25 years, is now the first trade secretary that's put time towards MSME support. It's about time that we see a trade secretary not devoting all of his time in big business, but helping micro and small entrepreneurs. Many of these micro and small entrepreneurs are women. Many of them are struggling and surviving. Our goal is really to make them sustainable. One of the new projects that we've done is to launch what we call an e-learning program together with Singapore Polytechnic to bring now online entrepreneurship to all the schools that don't have the way and the ability to teach these young youth. And the power is to really connect the colleges and universities to this platform. Singapore Polytechnic will train the academic, and we will provide the entrepreneurs as mentor base all over the country. This is a massive program that we have to do. Our youth today have to elevate towards the next new economy, which we call the fourth industrial revolution. The Philippines cannot be just stay in the old economy sari-sari stores and little shops. We have to elevate the youth towards greater innovation and technology. And that is the challenge that we face. Or else, we will just further increase the number of micro-entrepreneurs who will just be struggling out there. So we have to change that cycle and focus on education. It's going to be impossible to bring back our teachers in other parts of the world to come back home. But through e-learning, basically, and through the help of mentors that are out there to lend a hand, I think the Philippines has a great chance. You know, Filipinos are not destined for poverty. And in my 14 years of experience, we were not destined for that. It's a matter of really inspiring a lot of Filipinos that they do have a chance to become a successful entrepreneur. And I've seen many of them struggling hard. Poverty to me is the greatest motivator for everyone to succeed in life. And you see that as people migrate, work overseas, sacrifice family time, miss birthdays and celebration of their children just to give that child or their family a home, a better school. But in the end, this cannot continue. Alleviation of poverty comes in opening the economy and creating greater prosperity for all. President Duterte won in this last election because he wants to see an inclusive economy. An economy that is not only for the rich, but for every Filipino out there. And he decided, and together with entrepreneurs like Cecilia Pedro and Ernie Chua was one of our dealers in the farming business, to see to it that we really help those out there who are struggling and give them the inspiration and the guidance to succeed in life. Thank you.
We've just witnessed, and again, congratulations for the award, especially which won one of the awardee, the champion of MSME Presidential Advisor for Entrepreneurship, the founder of Connection, no other than Joey Concepcion, and also the three other awardee, and our interview with the chairman of TOFIL 2018. Again, this is Angel, Vinablogger of DZMJ Online, Makabulang Journalist.